Shocking revelation from Esther Lungu. The widow of former Zambian President Edgar Lungu claims her late husband fled the country in fear of brutal political persecution by the current regime. But that's not all. Her explosive accusations are ripping apart the Patriotic Front Party, sparking a vicious succession war for who will lead in ECL's absence. Will this ignite a full-blown political firestorm? Stay tuned as we uncover the truth behind the drama that's shaking Zambia to its core. Zambia is on fire once again. What began as mourning has now turned into a bitter political succession war. PF members are clashing over who will inherit Lungu's legacy, while Esther's words have fueled suspicions of betrayal, intimidation, and power-hungry ambitions. Could her claims shift the balance of Zambia's opposition? Or will they spark an even deeper crisis that threatens the PF's survival ahead of 2026? Stay tuned, because this shocking revelation has changed everything. Welcome to InspirAfrica Official, the home of Africa's biggest political documentaries. Here we uncover the hidden truths, the scandals, and the untold stories shaping our continent. Today we turn to Zambia, where Esther Lungu has accused the state of persecution, claims that have reignited a fierce succession battle inside the Patriotic Front. Who will rise to carry Edgar Lungu's legacy? From Makibi Zulu to other ambitious contenders, the PF is now caught in a war that could decide the 2026 elections. But is Esther Lungu's voice a cry for justice, or a powerful political strategy to influence Zambia's future? Let's dive deep into the unfolding drama shaking Zambia's politics right now. Welcome to this urgent update on one of Zambia's most controversial stories. Esther Lungu, former First Lady, has gone public with harrowing claims that her husband, ECL, escaped Zambia in January 2025 due to relentless harassment, property seizures, and denial of basic rights like healthcare and freedom of movement. She alleges the government under President Hakainde Hichilema targeted the Lungu family with witch hunts, even dragging them to South African courts over ECL's body after his death in June. Now, with ECL gone, her words have fueled chaos in the PF party, where factions are battling for succession amid accusations of betrayal and power grabs. From denied state funerals to family exile threats, this saga exposes deep divisions, but is it persecution or accountability? We'll dive into the facts, court rulings, and what it means for Zambia's future. In this InspirAfrica official documentary, we expose Esther Lungu's shocking persecution claims, the PF succession war, and the battle for ECL's legacy, who is positioning themselves as Lungu's true heir. What this means for the 2026 elections and Zambia's political future. Don't miss this gripping investigation, because Zambia's opposition is now more divided than ever. Esther Lungu's shocking persecution claims a former First Lady flees her home, claiming her family faces deadly persecution from their own government. But what drove Esther Lungu to such shocking accusations? Stick around as we uncover the truth. In Zambia, Esther Lungu, widow of ex-President Edgar Lungu, dropped bombshell claims in court. She said her husband fled to South Africa fearing arrest and harm from President Hakainde Hichilema's regime. No clearance, no return, just pure fear. But why? Esther alleges the government accused them of owning crime-tainted properties, seized homes and flats, and blocked Edgar's medical care. She even revealed Edgar's dying wish: keep Hichilema away from his funeral. Rights abuses like travel bans and public shame pushed them out. Their kids joined the exile, vowing never to go back. The government fights back, calling it prosecution, not persecution, and demands his body for a state burial. Even Canada rejected Esther's asylum bid, ruling her fears unfounded. Yet the family stands firm amid court battles, even over verifying the body. Was this political revenge or justice? The row rages on, with wild witchcraft rumors swirling. But what happens when the court decides his burial fate? Find out in our next part on the PF succession war and the battle for ECL's legacy. Don't miss it. The PF succession war and the battle for ECL's legacy. Zambia's once mighty opposition party tears itself apart after their leader's death, with factions expelling rivals and rumors swirling that even his daughter could grab power. But who will claim Edgar Lungu's legacy before the 2026 elections? Stay tuned to dive into the PF's brutal succession war. The Patriotic Front, or PF, ruled Zambia until 2021 under ex-President Edgar Lungu, or ECL. His sudden death in June 2025 sparked chaos, as no clear heir waited in the wings. Factions clashed hard. Miles Sampa seized control, firing top brass like Secretary General Morgan Gona and holding triple roles as party boss, acting secretary, and MP courts backed him. But rivals like Robert Shabinga cried foul, claiming government meddling via state offices. Expulsions flew, Davies Mwila booted for secret South Africa trips, stirring alliance betrayals. Whispers grew. Did ECL secretly pick outsiders for leadership? Rumors hit his daughter Tassila as a contender, fueling family versus party fights amid burial rows that exposed deep rifts. The PF's old sins, tribalism, no succession plan, now haunt them, weakening opposition to ruling UPND. But what if a convention explodes into violence? Will PF unite or fade? Catch our next part on who is positioning themselves as Lungu's true heir. Hit subscribe. Who is positioning themselves as Lungu's true heir. In the wake of Edgar Lungu's death, his own daughter Tassila emerges as a shocking contender for PF leadership, with factions pushing her to seize the throne amid whispers of secret endorsements and family loyalty. But can she unite the fractured party before 2026? Hang tight as we reveal who's really vying to inherit Lungu's fiery legacy. The patriotic front reels from chaos after Lungu's June 2025 passing, with no clear successor named. Factions clash. Miles Sampa grabbed power in 2023, but stepped down in May 2025 to back Lungu, only for rival Robert Shabinga to claim acting presidency via court wins and expulsions. Courts flip-flop, with Sampa firing allies like Morgan Ingona, sparking contempt battles. But enter Tassila Lungu, the ex-president's daughter and Chiwama MP, fueling rumors she's the true heir. A key faction argues only she can preserve Dad's vision, rallying grassroots against UPND while battling money laundering charges on family assets. Whispers say Lungu eyed outsiders too, but party elders demand a convention, delayed by burial fights. Is Tassila's rise a power grab or destiny? What if Shabinga blocks her path, with state backing? The Tance Alliance hangs in limbo, eyeing PF's pick for 2026. Will infighting doom the opposition? Discover what this means for the 2026 elections and Zambia's political future in our next part. Subscribe now. What this means for the 2026 elections and Zambia's political future. Edgar Lungu's death has left Zambia's opposition in total chaos, handing President Hichilema an easy path to win 2026 unchallenged as PF factions fight and fail to unite against economic woes. But could a surprise heir flip the script? Stay with us to see how this mess shapes Zambia's future. Lungu's June 2025 passing ripped open PF's deep rifts, no clear leader, endless court battles over succession, and even his burial dragged into ugly feuds with the government. Factions like Miles Sampa and Robert Shabinga clash, expelling rivals and delaying conventions, while rumors swirl around daughter Tassila as heir. This weakness boosts UPND. Hichilema's team eyes more seats, tilting courts and polls their way amid PF's tribal woes and no vision. Voters gripe over debt, drought, and high costs, but divided opposition can't capitalize. Tance Alliance crumbles without Lungu. Experts warn multi-party democracy suffers. UPND may sail to victory, risking one-party rule. Yet if PF picks a strong unifier or economic pain boils over, 2026 could shock everyone. What if burial battles spark mass unrest? Zambia's path hangs in balance. Find out key players' next moves in our teaser video on Hichilema's bold strategies. Subscribe for the channel.